Hi, Teresa. Hi, Elsie. Hi, Tracy. Nice to see y'all on a Saturday. Hopefully more people join us. Hi, Elizabeth. Welcome. She probably can't hear it yet. Excuse me. Well, I was hopeful to get done. We were hopeful to get done Jigsaw and have it ready to go, present for, sign up for, and everything. But there's just a few more final tweaks to go. But it's pretty awesome. So definitely going to play along with the score today. We just need to do bowings and some dynamics and things like that. In fact, you know, your brains are good too, so maybe you can have some ideas as we're playing through it. If you think some moments are this or that, loud or soft, or up bow would be good here, or whatever, you know. But happy you're here. I just tuned. And we don't have to take too long doing this. Is there anything anybody wants to talk about? It's also sort of, and I was also thinking if anybody wants me to kind of give a mini lesson on anything, I'm down to do that. For anybody that wants to chat about anything. Oh, great, Teresa. Thank you. Making some content, Teresa.
Yeah. I just have questions.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good enough.
I've got a list here.
That's good enough.
Yeah, so...
A list? Oh, never mind, Teresa. Never mind.
It's a short list. I got Dexdark in.
Uh-huh.
And I've got Pyramid recorded.
Uh-huh.
And I'm doing a separate audio track. I just find it's easier to do the audio by itself like 15 times instead of doing the video 15 times.
Sure. Yeah, I just call that
practicing. You start
totally.
looking like, you know, a used pumpkin after about the third one.
Exactly. No, I try to encourage everybody, yeah, to definitely practice with it. So do the audio by itself for sure.
Right. So my question's about that. I know you don't want us to like, you know, do all the sound tweaking ourselves because you're going to be doing enough of it when you get it.
Sure.
But I was using a sort of a close sensitive mic this time.
Great.
And there is just so much like bow on the string noise. Do you want me to take that out or do you want it just raw? I don't care one way or the other, but I can like just put a little bit of EQ on it so it's not so...
Yeah, however you probably think is going to be good to your ears, I think is probably the best suited. I guess I'll say this. Try not to do things too crazy in the sense of carving up an EQ that's got a lot of changes to it.
No, it's just I was going to just use the standard settings on the Logic Pro warm tube EQ.
Okay.
You know, just whatever comes straight out of that. I wasn't going to spend a lot of time messing with it. But it just took that hiss off of where the bow hits the string.
Yeah. Totally. Go for it. And
it was really annoying.
Yeah. One thing that will help with that is getting the microphone just a bit away from your cello too. Like
it's
typically when I record at studios,
about 1.5 feet.
Yeah, that's probably pretty good.
It's just a really sensitive mic.
And what mic is it?
We call that piano. You know, you had piano and pianissimo, so
and you hear that scraping. What microphone is it?
It's a Neumann KM184.
Oh, dang. Nice. Okay, cool.
It is, but you know, the problem with those is they pick up everything.
Yeah, that's a great mic. Dang,
you know,
girl.
You move your lips to count and it picks it up. That's why it had to be farther away.
Totally. So the reason I was asking, because I didn't know, I was wanting to know if it was all these new mics, they have some built-in compression, and almost anything you go to Guitar Center to buy now is a microphone for podcasting, and so it's got all these like bells and whistles and things and low cuts already built into them, and so
this has nothing. This is totally raw.
This is totally just straight. That's amazing. I bet it's a great. I mean, shoot, that's a great mic.
I was really, really lucky some years ago to be able to get one of these, and I've been too scared to use it. But I was thinking, you were saying you wanted the percussion close mic'd. So it was like, okay, I'm going to get this thing out and deal with all the awful sounds I make.
For sure. Thank you. And I can't remember, the 184, is that the large diaphragm condenser, or is it a small pencil one? Yeah.
Get it
Okay.
over here.
Yeah. So I would call that a pencil one or a
Yeah.
pin. Yeah. Totally.
No, the large diaphragms, I mean, there I have to, for those, I have to put the clocks away that are in 3 rooms
Yeah.
away. And it picks up the traffic noise through the windows. No, that one I can't do here.
If it, do you have one of them or two of them? Some
I
people
have,
have two of those. That's why they usually come in. They can
I
come in a
have one of
matched
the
pair.
pencil and I have two large diaphragms.
Okay. Um, I always try to, if I can, if I'm in a recording studio and they stick one mic in front of me, I'm like, hey, could you throw another one up too? Because I do think that, especially in solo cello land, two mics is better than
Yes.
one. It creates a spaceness. If you have the means to, and whatever, the MS encoding technique. Have you ever heard of that? Midside?
No.
Midside is pretty cool. Um, not to bore everybody, but if you've got, you sounds like you've got what you need to do it.
Well, what I also have right now is I'm in my living room, and the
Hmm.
rest of the household wants to be able to walk through
Those
it.
people,
So I
those
cannot leave
people.
all this stuff up. And then anyway, that's not the rest of we're boring the rest of them. But so okay,
Yeah,
so okay, I can do a little bit because you just don't want
yeah,
something that's that raw.
yeah. Don't go egregiously too far, but however you think, sounds like you're in the know. Yeah, you'll help me out a bit, and I won't have to mess with it as much. So that'd be great.
Okay, then you can just deal with my mistakes.
Hmm.
Okay, so the other questions are you going to put a an audio only? I'm sorry, for the percussion, are you going to have a downloadable backing track?
Yeah, I'm gonna have shoot. Didn't do that, did I have a downloadable backing track already. Just an MP3. Is that what you kind of mean?
Yeah, something that I can listen to that's not on the net because our
Yeah,
internet here is
of
iffy.
course. Yeah, that
Okay,
will
and then for
be
the percussion, do you want audio only or do you want video?
video. Definitely video for sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
we want to be able to cut that into the right
okay,
spots.
that's my whole list. Thank you,
That was a good list. That's not too
thank you.
bad. Thank you
Can I
for
can I say something on the sound thing? If
sure.
anyone's watching this on catch up, don't feel you have to change your sound. Please don't go meddling with it unless you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Yeah, I went to school for a while to learn how to do as little as possible.
um, yeah. Cool. Yeah, I think it's I think if you follow the general rules of music and sound, if it sounds good, it is good. If you follow that premise. Now, sometimes you can get into things where you have too many things in a mix and you make it sound good with just your headphones. But that's typically a problem when you're like trying to do a full mix and you want a little bit more bass and you throw it in and then you put that in your car and now you've added so much bass just because your headphones are stupid and they don't really know. So that can be an issue and a problem, but it doesn't usually happen, I wouldn't think, with like solo single lines, single cello lines that are a little bit more simpler. But yeah, you can definitely screw up an EQ by whatever, but honestly, I can probably take it out too without too much effort. As long as you're not peaking or distorting, then I think it's probably pretty all right.
I have to take
But
the distortion out? Wow.
if you want to play with distortion, it's got to be intentional. Elsie, yes, ma'am. You got a question?
No, I just wanted to share that the video from the flash mob came out.
Oh, cool. Let's share that today. That's
Yeah.
great. Pop
I'll
that.
put the link. Yeah, I just popped it into the chat.
Great.
And,
Great. We'll do some show and tell at the end. That's awesome. That's super, super. I'm trying to think if I have anything to show and tell. I wrote a song. I could play that for y'all. I just rehearsed it earlier. Because we're doing a song swap tomorrow. That might be a little embarrassing. Probably won't put that on the interweb. I'll probably press stop recording at that moment, but might share it with you guys. Any other questions, thoughts, stuff? Let's do has everybody submitted for Deck Stark? Elsie? Rowan, where's your cello? I know you're not in a cello place. Oh, really? You got one? Oh, great. Okay, we'll pull it out. Let's Elsie, can you play along with us?
I've got Zoe's, but I'm in the conservatoire lobby at the moment outside
Yeah,
the
that's what I
concert hall,
figured.
so
I don't
it's
think-
not
I didn't think-
happening.
Yeah, I didn't think it was probably a good idea.
I cannot play along. It's too late, and the neighbors would be too grateful if I would be playing.
It's too late.
Yes.
Yeah, it's too late
Yes,
where you're
too
at.
late.
Well, get on it. This is just to encourage you to do it. We're going to play Deck Stark starting out first. I think that's what I loaded up. That's what I'm talking in the program right now. Yep. Prepare a backing track. I think I played one last time. I think I'll play two this time, unless anybody wants me to play something. Okay, two it is. And thank you for submitting, Tracy, Teresa, maybe Elizabeth. Has Elizabeth submitted? All right. Killer. So just hang out or play along if you want to.
What was it?
No Fleur today. She's probably just.
She said she was busy. She posted on the group. I think she said she
cool.
was busy doing
That's
something.
Nice of her to do that.
You wanted the cellos or something?
Oh yeah, that's why we do these playthroughs, is so people can play along with them.
Yeah, probably in about 10 minutes I'll be able to get to my cello.
All right. Okay.
Watch for right now.
Okay. We're gonna start with Deck Stark. That's Maxine getting a little bite to eat. Cello 2, blah, blah, blah. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Measure 1, 2, 7. Uh-oh, what happened? Sorry. 7. That jumped on me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Measure 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 4, 1, 5, 6, 1. Five, 6, 1. Four, 5, 6, 1. 24. Crescendo 28. One, 2, 3, 4, 36. One, 2, 3, 4, 40. One, 2, 3, 4, 44. Keep it up. Last time. Shh. 3, 4, 48. One, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 63. Keep it up, keep it loud, keep going. When you're ready, look at the camera. Look right at the camera. Keep playing, keep playing. Keep it up. All right, great job. That's it for song 1, Deck's Dark. This project's going to be epic with 2 more. Sure hope so. Yeah, I haven't played that in a while. Some surprises, actually. Should probably stress that getting rid of this notes, and on a tutorial I should have... Long shifts. Does anybody have anything to talk about with long shifts that might be helpful? Any insight? What do people do when you got a big long shift to do? I'll tell you what I do. I like that. You get a little chicken wing. Is that what you're doing, Elsie? Get like this little...
Yeah, Rowan taught me this 2 days ago.
Oh, Rowan did? Okay, cool. Well...
I also mentioned that she should release the pressure, play it pianissimo, fall down to it, keep the hand shape the same, you know, all the good stuff.
The old Tony Rogers technique of how to do this.
Same finger, same string.
Same finger, old, yep, old finger, old string. Love it. Well, long shifts like this are always, you're not 100%. You're going to have some 96% or 90 whatever percent. There's just so many different variables. And yeah, Elizabeth, go ahead before I get going on a whole thing here. Go for it.
How do you not fall off the fingerboard when you're doing those long shifts?
You just make sure that your action as a robot arm keeps in the string, so your motion... I think actually one thing I'll tell you, and Rowan just kind of pointed it out already, but the one thing that helps with that is to think of this more as a passive operation instead of an active operation, like you're not shifting and really trying too hard. It's not like you're going and you're aiming for the spot. When you do shift and when you're trying to aim to do this, it's I hate to say it, it's really kind of stupid because it's almost initially not so helpful because you guys ever seen The Matrix? So in the very first Matrix, I think it's the first one, he ends up and he's talking to the woman who's making cookies. She's the Oracle. He's talking to the Oracle. And in the room of the Oracle is this small child. And this small child is
there is no spoon.
They're using their brain. They're using their brains to train the younger oracles or whatever of mind over matter and emotion and everything. And yeah. And she says, "It is not the spoon that bends, but it is you." Or something like that. Or maybe that's all she says. It's not the spoon that bends. And Neo does get to a point where he kind of like starts to let the spoon bend. I bring that up because it is a little like that. It is a little like, what? Huh? I'm not aiming for that note? Well, you are. You're aiming for it pitch-wise, but not motion-wise. Aim for it with your ears, not so much your action to get up there. And really, what you could imagine yourself doing is more in line with this than it is in line with aiming and nailing and hitting. It's more like a very gradual using of gravity to land that note in position. Not... If you notice yourself freaking out, stressing out, and trying to hit that note, your success rate plummets down to, well, very far. So ways to work on that is to try to do it in a pianissimo sort of way. I think it's also helpful to start out with the departure note that you're playing from. Getting comfortable with it, playing it nice and loud, and then going quiet, and then attempting to fall. But it's a fall. It's not a push. It's not a karate chop. It is as smoothly as you can do it, and if you don't practice it pianissimo, 1 second, Elsie, if you don't practice it pianissimo, you'll get to, you know, where your left hand and your right hand are moving together, because this one's moving fast, so this one feels like it needs to move fast, and getting and breaking that habit and shifting on a bow. Okay, thanks. and this bow that is going so slowly helps while your other hand is moving so fast. It's kind of like when you're patting your head and rubbing your stomach and you push harder on your stomach so that you make sure that you know that you're not letting your hand move from your stomach. I think we're all expert pat head stomach rubbers, but when you're a kid, you know, it does take like a little bit of additional thought to ensure that your stomach hand is not leaving your stomach. So that's my 2 cents, which is really like $1.50 probably. LC, what you got? What can I have?
Yeah, I just wanted to add in because I had my technical study exam this morning, and this piece was all about shifting. And with all the other things that you mentioned, like falling into the place and stuff, I always have to sing along the notes in my head. If I don't make it, because it makes me kind of hear the pitch that I need, and then I make it, and otherwise I just end up somewhere. And
That's such an important thing, yeah, to aim it with your ears. You got to know what it is you're going to. That doesn't mean play by ear too much. We definitely need form and structure to underlie it all, but definitely in shifts, know what it's supposed to sound like, or else, your success rate will go down. Elizabeth, got a question? I thought so. No? 2? She might be
What?
trying to...
Sorry.
Oh, you have 2 of you. That's what happened.
Oh, I'm doing the handoff. I'm gonna have to hand off from my computer to the phone, and then the phone to the iPad in a minute when I get my cello out. So there might be 3 of me.
That's okay. Go for it. That's hilarious.
I'll close this one.
Well, cool. I just wanted to talk about it. Anybody else have anything to add on that for long shifts or thoughts? I mean, I think it's something you can do on every shift. If you're missing a shift, learn to play the note you're leaving from louder and just pianissimo the whole shift until you land the note. But go ahead if anybody's got it. Teresa, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I sing them.
Sing them.
My accuracy goes up if I'm singing the note, even if it's not in the same octave.
Yeah. Singing is a very, very strong, obvious, but people resist it so much, especially children.
I know, yeah. Well, no, grown-ups as well. I think Elsie gets sick of me singing along.
Yeah. Knowing your pitches or hearing your pitches internally is super important. Good points. All right. Well, let's get on to some out of deck Stark. There we go. We'll do a pyramid run through, and then we're gonna look at a sneak preview of Jigsaw. Something to get excited about. Any thoughts of pyramid? What you want me to play? Any cares? Any cares in the world? I'll go for 2 this time. And I gotta change projects. Pyramid. That might be it. Okay. Oh, good. You can hear me. I can hear me. And okay, just making sure it's all working. Here we go from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, Crescendo. Crescendo. Big. Woo! I'm wishing we put more stage direction. I think everybody shutting their eyes at the end of that one might be kind of effective, but or something, or putting your head down, or things like that. We need to, yeah. Unfortunately, you don't have, your hands are busy. Can't shield yourself too much. Cool. Well.
Tony, can I say something about this arrangement? I mean,
yeah.
I've said many times, Radiohead has not been my thing. I'm more interested than I used to be. But on the Pyramid song, at least playing cello 3 in the middle of all of this, from like measures 8 to 15, it just feels like Barber.
Sure, yeah.
It's just such a wonderful orchestration.
Nice, cool. From where? From 8 to 15, the beginning?
Yeah, about 14, 15, but just that little section there.
Yeah.
Just being in the middle of all of that, it just feels like playing some weird form of the Barber Adagio.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now that's all Rowan's work. She put all of her hands into the beginning, so.
Oh, Rowan.
Yeah, so we talked about it a bit and extended a few things here and there and went back and forth on it and stuff. So, yeah, good job, Rowan. Good job. Super. Yeah, I love it. I think it's great. I think it's gonna be a cool hit. I'm a little worried about it being long, but it'll be all right. It'll be all right. Cool. Well, you guys ready to check out the jigsaw? Let's see if I can get on over to this. Jigsaw. I think it's the latest one. Oh, that's loud. Okay, so this is I'm going to play from the score, which means I'm going to bounce around. I'll try and yell out bar numbers if and when that needs to happen. And in this arrangement, you'll hear that the first 4 bars are really just to kind of get everybody, cello 1 and 3 particularly, who start this groove, to feel it from the beginning so that it actually does work. Because it's just a little fast, and I wanted to make sure that everybody has a chance to play the right notes at the right time, which is 100% of what music is, the right notes at the right time. Okay, that's all it is. That's all it is. Think about it that way. It's pretty simple. Let's give this a shot. I haven't done this before with a score. So here we go. I feel like this is a pretty loud. Turn this down a bit. Oh, that's what the problem is right there. Okay, there we go. A little softer. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We need more than that. We need some. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
because they're kind of crazy. It's part 2 or part... '93. Shoved my bow into my cello. Well, that is it. It's not the best mix right now, I'm afraid. But that is all the parts there, largely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5B. I should have played the little tango moment. The little tango moment's pretty fun, and that should probably be in bass.
I was airplaying it.
The tango moment?
Yep.
Cool, cool, cool. Let's do it again. Let me get some more practice with it.
That's an old version of the score as well, isn't it? I think because it's
I don't
got
think
the
so.
end. It's still got the low B at the end. I think, hasn't it? Or is that a high B at the end?
Maybe I just talked about it and I didn't actually take it out.
Ah, okay. We know.
No, it's a high B. Let's see. Yeah, it's a high B. Not that high, but A string B, not... Come on. Here we go. Yeah, last page of the score. Yeah, it's a A string B instead of a C string B. Or, yeah. G string B, excuse me. All right, top. It's hard to stick with one line, too, by the way. And maybe I can make this sound just a slight improvement. Give me one sec. That's cranking pretty good. Let's see if this helps. From the top. So the first 4 bars are gimmies for nothing.
3, 4.
about 93% successful on those notes, maybe. Anyway, it goes by in a pretty fast. We are at 165 for our 4/4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
3, 4.
Even though the count-in's wrong, so I gotta fix that too. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Hey Maxine, what are you doing? Cool. That's the preview. It's Saturday, so I anticipate that should probably be coming out not too much time. I hope the pages moved pretty smoothly. Okay, good. Sometimes that's an iffy thing. And it's so I've got some rehearsals today. You know, this got a few cracks, but less cracks today than events. There's a gig tonight. I have a rehearsal after this in 30 minutes. So and things like that. So I hope you guys are feeling busy and strong in your lives and things are moving. Elsie, let's show your flash mob. And does anybody else have anything to showcase and share? Let's see if I can put this in its own window. My browser cannot play this video. Why not? Is it a regional thing?
I have no clue. Rowan, do you play and share it?
Oh, it's working now. I don't know what that was about. Maybe it was an update that needed to happen. Now it's an ad. It's dumb. Why don't you tell everybody about this, Elsie, so we kind of get a... You want to set it up?
Yeah. So it was the day of the educational institutions for art and music. And around Flanders, there's been quite some activities, and we did a flash mob into a big mall center. Just a big center with all stores and stuff. So we were with 300 students, musicians and dancers. And we did a flash mob with the song Sunrise from Goose. And it was just amazing. And I was there in the cello section together with my daughter, who's always also playing the cello. My son was in the choir, but he also plays cello as well. So, but for the flash mob, he was upstairs, all on top with the kids singing along. It was just so cool. Yeah. You
So
can
cool.
see Nina very clearly. She's right next to the big flower pot.
That's cool. That's what I was going to ask you to do. When she does pop on screen, can you? That's her. That's her right there.
Yeah, you can't spot me because I'm right in the middle of the big group and I'm kind of invisible somewhere in there. But
You can see the back of Ruin's head at one point, I reckon. But...
yeah.
And is this your city?
Yes, this is my city.
Zatterdog?
It's Saturday.
That's Saturday, isn't it? Where is your city? I know you're in Belgium. What city do you live in Belgium?
It's called Kortrijk.
Kortrijk, right there.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Okay, cool. Let's press play and check it out. Definitely speak up when your kids are, and maybe we'll see you. Maybe we'll get lucky. Everyone can hear it, right?
So it's just, yeah, the pianist was writing and inside the package. She was waiting there. corner on the left side.
That was her.
It's a good build. They call this building a crowd. That was her with the green sleeve. Looks like we're at letter H.
Sunrise van de Kortrijkse band Goose voor u gespeeld met meer dan 300 leerlingen. Ik zou even willen vragen, omdat u zo massaal opgekomen bent, dat u eventjes allemaal achteruit gaat nu tot achter het atrium. Dus
Now he's asking the audience to make some space for the dancers because they were not given enough space for them.
Dus graag allemaal achteruit.
Did they know they were going to pause there for a talk?
Yeah, we
Oké, dan gaan we terug. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
That's pretty cool.
Amazing experience.
So, do you know any of the technicals of how it worked?
How do you mean?
Well, like, did the drummer and the piano player, if you're that far away and you're in a mall, it sounds impossible,
Well,
especially to once you're louder than what you're hearing, you can get off.
but the thing is, we could clearly hear the piano. Oops, there's my earbud away. We could clearly hear the drummer and the piano, and the drummer actually was the cue for all of us, and he messed up right from the start.
Oh, really? Uh-oh.
Yeah, it was too late, so we were all starting and followed the piano, and then because we practiced it so much, we managed to kind of correct it, and nobody noticed.
Yeah.
Well, it is a song that kind of lends to it
Yeah.
to manage to start over again, luckily. But the drummer just messed up right from the start when it happened.
That's funny. And the I think
Yeah.
tells you you're going to the next letter, next idea.
Yeah. It was really just following the cues from the percussion, and then we know what to do. And we had a rehearsal together on Wednesday, and then in the morning right before, and that was it.
In the space?
Yeah.
Okay, that helps for sure.
Yeah,
I'm
right
amazed.
before the
It's lucky that you
So we had,
could do that. Got a chance to get in there.
It was amazing. Yeah. So it was very early that morning because we had a rehearsal at 8 a.m. already. We had to be there and started. So
Cool.
that kind of hurt.
Well, I bet that was a blast.
Yeah, it was fun. I literally got goosebumps because there were so many people. And it was nice to play with different instrument groups as well. So,
Sure.
yeah.
Instead of just cellos. Boring.
I love the tiny little bassoons, the little tenorines. They're so cute.
I love the kids in the choir who are just like,
I'm not sure about playing timpani with hard sticks though. The guy that I often play his timps, he'd be freaking out at that. There's no way.
Yeah, but the thing is, because otherwise we couldn't hear them.
Yes,
That's why
I'm
they
sure,
took it.
but
Yeah.
no, sorry, no. Be like hitting your cello with a stick or something.
Oh.
that's cool. Thanks for sharing, Elsie.
Yeah, thanks for letting me share this.
For sure. All right, who's gonna have the big share next session? And speaking of next session, I don't know if it's worth it to make an announcement. I guess keep an eye on your email. Part of me feels like I do love seeing everybody, especially on a Saturday. It's such a good time to be available. But I want to make sure we have a good chapter to introduce the next time we have a session. So I'll keep an eye on your email for the next one when it happens. It's probably the best bet of what to do. Cool. Anything else to add? Does anybody want to go out to Radiohead? Or was that good enough? Thinking what Radioheads we haven't played yet. I'm going to play one, and you can stick around and talk about it at the end if you want to. This is
My husband would vote for Creed.
Let's check out. Oh, I'm stuck. I think I'm going to go with. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll do Daydreaming. It's probably one of their bigger choices on the record. This is the latest record.